Goldman Sachs adjusts Tesla's price target to $860 from $835 and maintains a buy rating. Tesla news for the week, part 1. Let's get financial. I'm Brian. Welcome to my Tesla weekend. Despite an amazing earnings report, Tesla closed at 709.44, down 4% for the week. Compared with the Dowager Cojones, down 0.5%, Noseduck, down 0.5%, and the poorly standard 500, essentially flat. A pretty rough week overall, but, Tesla got it worse than the average. Elon Musk's Tesla beats expectations on record deliveries. Thank you, City in the Morning. And yes, the quarterly report came out. It beat Wall Street expectations. Revenue was fantastic. Profit was great. Substantial growth all around. And of course, the stock is down 4%. Tesla posts Q1 earnings that top estimates, doubles down on eventual 50% annual growth target for the year. Yes, Tesla continues guidance at a 50% increase over last year. That would be fantastic. There are rumors it could be higher, but there are a number of constraints and headwinds that will make it difficult. Gary Black is increasing his price target on Tesla from $960 to $1,000. And, fantastic. Look at this. We've also got an upgrade from Colin Rush, the highest rated on tip ranks, who analyzes Tesla. Increase to 1080, based on, all of the things. JPR 007, breaking news, Tesla's global share is confirmed at 24.9% of the EV market. That's, pretty fantastic to increase your market share at a time when deliveries from all manufacturers are increasing. And let's look at that chart, global BEV market. Every year, what is this? 3 years ago, it was 1/3 of where it is now. The year before, 1/4. This is a very exciting curve to see. Adoption is going great, and Tesla maintains its very strong position in the market. If you're tuning in for the April giveaway and promotion announcements, those are coming later in the show, so stay tuned for that. Goldman Sachs adjusts Tesla's price target to $860 from $835 and maintains a buy rating. Article is reserved for members. Not a member? Pass. Morgan St. Anley has got some great notes on Tesla's insurance market. They interviewed the CEO of Lemonade and said, basically, that CEO said insurance is where it's going to be at because the manufacturer can have better data than any third party. And, Morgan St. Anley agrees. So let's talk deliveries in Europe. This is always the one that annoys the heck out of me because in the first month of the quarter, deliveries are always down. This is the end. Doom and gloom. Tesla is finito. But it isn't because deliveries are lumpy. They always arrive in the second and third month of the quarter. And this particular March, no exception, Europe deliveries, Tesla Model 3 among battery electrics absolutely crushed it. More than more than their next four competitors combined for sales. And if you include plugins, it's plug-in hybrids, it's still simply a crushing it. Almost as much as the next three combined, certainly 2.5. So this is, ridiculous. Now, of course, in April, we will see it fall off again. In May, it'll pick up a bit. And in June, it will simply crush. Once again, as it do, until Berlin Gigafactory opens. ARK Invest put out this handy-dandy chart showing the Model Y ramp versus the Model 3. Now, as you'll recall, the Model 3 ramp was quite painful. The Model Y ramp looks pretty solid. Now, this is with the benefit of having Shanghai already delivering, where with the Model 3, it did not start until right here, and look at that trajectory. So, the Model Y ramp going quite well. If you followed the drama over the lady in China who keeps throwing these protests, she's a bit of a clown. I'll just say it. She keeps doing these things saying Tesla cars, brakes don't work. And in the past, they had offered to let a third party analyst review the data logs, and she, of course, declined because she knows what her dad did, which is crash his own car. At this particular event, we come to find out this was a press event only. She got in using the credentials of one of NIO's suppliers. She appears to have ties to NIO, and, so coverage of this event was very bad. It hit the stock price this week, for sure. But if you look, the death rate in Teslas compared to other cars, Tesla gets the outsized percentage of the coverage. And of course they do. Tesla headlines drive clicks. And, there's the media coverage is incredibly lopsided. And Consumer Reports climbed all over it, as they do, with this ridiculous demonstration that showed that there are technically ways to circumvent the autopilot's safety measures. But what they didn't do is disclose their conflict of interest. They like to say that they're a nonprofit, unbiased, totally independent group, except the CEO of Consumer Reports is a former Ford Foundation VP of Global Communications, and Ford Foundation has ties to Ford Motor Company and the board of directors. Henry Ford III is on that board, and also part investor in the relations team at Ford Motor Company and a shareholder. Another board member is on ExxonMobil, and they are a major funder of Consumer Reports. This is, a horseshit. Consumer Reports is the same one who just 1 month ago, March 23rd, was saying Tesla's in-car cameras raise privacy concerns. They were concerned that the camera could relay data back and, invade your privacy. This is too much intervention. And now they're going the other direction and saying it's not enough intervention. There's only one overriding theme here, and that is Consumer Reports doesn't like a Tesla. And we know that. They've got a long history of it, and it's damaging to their brand, and I wish they were who they say they are, but they are not. Interestingly, of course, Tesla has now shared the data logs of the crash of that woman in China, her father, rather, who was actually driving. She wasn't even there. And it has proven that the whole thing is stupid. The brakes were working. The brakes had been activated and slowed the car down. He crashed his car. Get over it. The April prize winners will be announced on Monday's weekly Giga Math Progress Tracker video, but there's a new promotion for the month of May. I will plant a tree for every new subscriber. Help the channel, help the planet. It's just that easy, and it costs you nothing. Subscribe, share it with your friends, and every one of them who subscribes, that's another tree I'm gonna plant. Here's a neat one in Manhattan. Introducing Revel Rideshare. Be one of the first to experience our 100% Tesla fleet launching soon in Manhattan. So it's great. The idea is it's like an Uber or Lyft where you can hail a ride and go for a spin, get where you're going. They take out the front passenger seat, so you've got room for your legs, assuming you're 14 feet tall, or you can just throw your bags up there. It's great. They've got a plastic divider. It's going to be a fantastic when it launches. I wish them great success. And by the way, if you know anyone over there, I would love to land an interview. The Buffalo News, the Buffalo News leader? Tesla gets an extension to meet its job target in Buffalo. So the idea is they had a specific amount of time to bring on board a specific number of workers and keep them for a specific amount of time. And due to the pandemic, they were not able to do this. This extension gives them until the end of this year to meet those targets, which they already should be doing. They should already be there. It looks like they already have 1,500 of the 1,466 needed. And this exception is not unique to Tesla. This is something that all companies who applied for it received. Mark yo calendars, because May 8th, Elon Musk will be hosting Saturday Night Live with Miley Cyrus. Now, I can only assume it hasn't been clarified that Miley Cyrus, the star of Hannah Montana the movie, and Black Mirror's episode Rachel, Jack, and Ashley 2 will be the comedy acting guest, while recording artist Elon will be the musical guest. But, remains to be seen. Maybe they'll both do double duty. Insanely cheap energy. How solar power continues to shock the world. Oh, Guardian. Australian smarts and Chinese industrial might made solar power the cheapest power humanity has seen, and no one saw it coming, except, all the analysts who did. Still, it's a good thing. It's a cheap form of power generation, and it is only getting cheaper. The only downside being, rumor has it, and I have not yet confirmed this, the sun does not shine at night, citation needed, but things like vehicle to grid and power walls and megapacks can offset this fairly well. Also worth noting, power consumption is generally lower at night too, on account of humans typically sleeping at night. Present company excluded. If you want early access, bonus content, and an ad-free experience, consider helping out the channel on Patreon for as little as $1 a month. I can't do this without you guys, and your help means the world to me. So what did I miss or misunderstand? Leave me a combo platter of comments below, and stay tuned, stay juicy, and I can't wait to hear from you clever robots in a greener tomorrow.